Seattle is making a statement. The Seahawks are not holding anything back, and their latest coaching moves prove it. They're not just tinkering around the edges, they are going all in. Today, we're going to break down exactly how Mike McDaniel and John Schneider are constructing a coaching staff that could turn Seattle into a dynasty. Before we dive in, let me ask you this. Have you ever watched a team with all the potential in the world and felt it slip through their fingers? The Seahawks know that feeling all too well. The question is, how do they finally make it stick? How do they turn potential into a long-term powerhouse? Earlier today, it was reported that Northern Illinois head coach Thomas Hammock is joining the Seahawks as their running backs coach and offensive assistant. On paper, this might look like just another hire, but in reality, it's a brilliant move that could reshape Seattle's backfield for years to come. Hammock isn't just a coach, he's a leader. He knows what it takes to get the best out of players who might otherwise be overlooked. His record at Northern Illinois shows it. At first glance, 35 wins and 47 losses might not jump off the page, but context is everything. Look at the 2021 season. Northern Illinois won the MAC Conference and Hammock was named Coach of the Year. Then, fast forward to 2024, they defeated a Notre Dame team that was in the college football playoff on the road, no less. That's a team punching above its weight, a team transforming under Hammock's leadership. What's even more compelling is that Hammock knows McDaniel. They work together in Baltimore and both come from the Harbaugh coaching tree, a lineage that has produced some of the NFL's most successful coaches. This isn't a random hire. It's part of a bigger vision. McDaniel isn't just stacking a staff. He's building a system that maximizes every player's potential, and Hammock fits perfectly into that plan. Now, let's pivot to another major piece of the puzzle. The Seahawks offensive coordinator, Brian Fleury. Bringing Fleury into Seattle is more than just a staffing decision. It's about continuity and growth. Fleury is a disciple of Kyle Shanahan, just like Clint Kubiak before him. That connection to the Shanahan system matters because Seattle's offense under McDaniel is modeled on Shanahan principles. Fleury understands how to run an offense that balances creativity, efficiency, and explosive plays. Think about last season's running game in San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey put up impressive numbers despite injuries, shifting quarterbacks, and an inconsistent offensive line. That wasn't just luck. It was Fleury's scheme creating opportunities. Now imagine what he can do with Kenneth Walker in Seattle. The system already aligns with Walker's strengths, which makes it more likely he'll return. A coach who can maximize talent without forcing adaptation is invaluable, and Fleury is exactly that. Here's a question for you. Do you think a running back's performance is more about the player or the system? Comment your take below. I'd love to hear it. Back to Hammock for a moment. The Seahawks now have a coach who can develop running backs while also being a strong leader. Getting the best out of Kenneth Walker is critical, especially with injuries in key positions. Hammock has shown repeatedly that he can turn players into winners. This isn't just coaching. It's mentorship at its highest level. Moving along, let's talk about Daniel Stern, the new offensive assistant focusing on the passing game. Stern might be the sneakiest but smartest hire of the offseason. Casual fans may not fully grasp the impact he had in Baltimore, but Stern played a crucial role in developing Lamar Jackson into the MVP-caliber quarterback we've seen over the last few seasons. His expertise in reducing turnovers and refining quarterback mechanics could be exactly what Sam Darnold needs to take the next step. Sam had a strong year last season, but there's room to tighten up mistakes and maximize efficiency. Stern's presence should directly translate to fewer interceptions, smarter decision-making, and more confidence in the offense. This is about incremental gains that turn into championship-level performance. Now let's shift to the defensive side. Zach Auer is joining as Seattle's inside linebackers coach. Some might raise an eyebrow because of his recent struggles as a defensive coordinator in Baltimore, but context is key. Baltimore had personnel issues that limited his impact. When healthy, his units performed at a high level. More importantly, Auer has history with Mike McDaniel and knows the system. His expertise will be critical in developing players like Ernest Jones and potentially Drake Thomas, or whoever fills the linebacker spots. Auer's role might seem minor at first glance, but inside linebackers are the heart of a defense. A player who reads plays well, reacts quickly, and sets the tone can completely change how an opposing offense operates. With our mentoring the Seahawks core, that's exactly what's possible. At this point, it's clear that McDaniel and Schneider aren't just hiring coaches, they're crafting a culture. Every move sends a message. The Seahawks are serious about sustained success. They're not building for 1 year. They're building for the long term. And that long-term vision is what separates a good team from a dynasty. Consider this: what does it take to turn potential into dominance? Is it star players, smart front office decisions, or a coaching staff that can develop talent and maintain consistency? I'd love to hear your answer in the comments. This is the question of the day. Looking at the bigger picture, the Seahawks are stacking the deck with proven leaders and strategic thinkers. From Fleury in the offense to Hammock in the backfield, Stern guiding the passing game, and our fortifying the linebackers, this team has expertise in every critical area. Combine that with McDaniel's leadership and Schneider's experience, and you have a team poised to compete at the very highest level. The goal isn't just a playoff run. It's building a system that can sustain success over multiple seasons. A dynasty isn't created overnight. It requires meticulous planning, patience, and the right people in the right roles. Seattle seems to understand that better than most. It's easy to get caught up in star power, but the truth is, coaching can make or break a team. A great quarterback with poor coaching may never reach his potential. A talented running back can underperform without the right scheme. The Seahawks are betting on structure, stability, and strategic hires to amplify the talent they already have. And let's not forget the impact on player retention. Kenneth Walker, for example, is far more likely to stay when he sees a system that understands his strengths and coaches who can elevate his game. That continuity matters. It's not just about signing free agents. It's about keeping your core intact and giving them the tools to succeed year after year. With this staff, Seattle is signaling that they're ready to compete for the Super Bowl for years to come. Every hire, every decision, every strategic move is aligned with that mission. From the offensive line to the defensive core, the pieces are starting to fall into place. Think back to past teams that could have become dynasties but fell short. The Seahawks know that disappointment all too well. The lesson here is clear. You need leadership, planning, and execution to reach the pinnacle. McDaniel and Schneider are doing everything in their power to avoid past mistakes. As fans, we're watching history in the making. This isn't speculation. It's a blueprint for sustained excellence. The combination of innovative offensive minds, disciplined defensive coaching, and strong leadership creates the perfect environment for growth. And when talent meets preparation, championships follow. So here's another question. Do you think this staff has the potential to make Seattle the team of the decade? I'm curious what you think. Drop your thoughts below. I want to hear every perspective. In summary, the Seahawks have made moves that go far beyond the ordinary. They've hired coaches with proven track records, deep football knowledge, and strong leadership qualities. Every position, offense, defense, special teams, has an expert ready to elevate the players around them. They are building a team designed for sustained success, not just a one-year fluke. This is the foundation of a dynasty. From Fleury's innovative offense to Hammock's mentorship, Stern's quarterback development, and Ar's linebacker expertise, Seattle is assembling a staff capable of dominating the 2020s. McDaniel and Schneider are making it clear. This is more than a team. This is a movement. The Seahawks are going all in, and the implications are huge. We're looking at a squad that could finally turn potential into sustained excellence. A team ready to compete at the highest level every single year. Seattle fans, buckle up. The dynasty begins now. The coaching staff is in place, the system is solid, and the vision is clear. The pieces are aligning for something extraordinary. And the best part, this is just the beginning. The next few years could redefine what it means to be a Seahawks fan. So let me leave you with this. Do the Seahawks now have the best coaching staff in the NFL? I'm confident they do, but I want to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments. The journey to a dynasty isn't easy, but Seattle has the plan, the leadership, and the talent to make it happen. And if they continue on this trajectory, the 2020s might just belong to the Seahawks.